Hey friends, so happy that you're here with me today. This practice is going to be really short and it's going to be called a balanced core practice because we'll work on both strengthening the back body and the seat as well as the front of the abdomen and the sides of the abdomen. So the whole cylinder we're working to strengthen. This is quick, it's challenging, so if it feels like too many repetitions of anything, you can always rest and go at your own pace, and it's something that can be fun to come back to because I guarantee you if you do this regularly, it will feel easier. So we're going to begin on our back body. So you can roll on down, maybe even start that with digging your heels into the ground, rounding your spine and finding that segmental movement, crazy gluing your heels to the ground as you drop down. Then we'll take our feet more underneath our knees and elevate the pelvis. So it doesn't have to be a big bridge. It can be a low bridge, almost like a long line from your shoulders to your knees. And so that you're not really arching too much in your low back, but you're really feeling your seat muscles turned on. You can even tap them to see that they're working. And then the invitation is to, you can kind of robot your arms, press your upper arm bone down so your chest is open, and then walk your heels, heel up on the left side and down, and then heel up on the right side and down. And when you're doing that, you can put some focus into engaging your backside muscles and maybe even keeping your knees in line with your hips. And we'll go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then you could come up onto both your tippy toes and then roll down segmentally. So feeling the upper spine, then the mid spine, then the low spine roll to the ground, then the pelvis. And then you can rise up to reach your fingers towards your knees. So I have pretty long arms, but move in that direction so you can feel your upper abdomen working. And then we'll pulse 10 times up to reach towards the top of the knees and then down. And you can keep your chin tucked in towards your chest. If you've got neck stuff, you could always hold your head with one hand and then switch. So, okay, we'll start 10 now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we'll switch so that our left hand comes to our right knee and your right arm can hover above the floor here. And then we're going to come over to lift to take the left hand closer to the top of the knee and then down. So you're kind of coming up in a little bit of a twist. So at 10, 9, 8, 7, if your neck is bugging you, you can always hold onto your head with your right hand. 5, I think, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down for a breath. Inhale. Exhale. And then over to the other side. So right hand to the left knee, maybe holding on to your neck. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll back. Take a breath. Inhale. Maybe let your shoulder heads drop to the ground even. Exhale. And then we'll lift back up into that low bridge and we'll do our heel pulses. So right heel up, then left heel up. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm putting my hand to my low back and abdomen to check in that I'm not bending too much from my low back. This is coming from the posterior legs and seat. So I'll guess that's 3, 2, and 1. Take a breath there. And then lift up onto both tippy toes and segmentally move down through the spine. So really tuck in the tail to get the low back to touch before the pelvis, and then when the pelvis touches, let the low back arch away from the floor. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And then we'll roll up to a seat, and again, crazy glue the heels to the floor. And then we're gonna round through the spine, hollow out, almost like ice cream out the abdomen as much as you can, and roll down segmentally to the ground. Then you can take your arms over your head, keeping your chin tucked, circle them around, make sure you have enough space, and then roll up. Seeing if you can keep your heels crazy glued to the floor. So that's 1. We'll go for 10. So roll back. Arms circle. Roll up. Oh, that's hard for me. Roll back. Circle. Use that momentum to roll up. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Inhale. Exhale. 6. Inhale. Exhale. 7. Inhale. Exhale. Crazy glue your heels to the floor. You can feel the back of your legs working maybe as well. 8. Maybe keep your chin tucked, strong front line of the throat, the neck area. 10, I think. Okay, roll all the way down. And let yourself melt a bit. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And then you can bend your knees into your chest and roll up. So this next one's kind of weird. We're gonna go for 5, but rolled a little. So when you're rolling down, same thing, but you're rolling down a little more on the left side of your spine. So I'm kind of rolling a little to the side. It can be messy. Just notice what you feel when you roll down. See if you can do that segmental. Glue your left heel to the ground. Circle up. So that's 1. 2. See if you can glue your left heel to the ground. 3. 4. And 5, and then we'll go right over to the other side. So a little bit more of the right buttocks, so I'm gonna try to roll down onto that right side of the spine. 1. 2. 3. 4. Can be a little bit messy. I'm kind of shimmying off my mat. 5. Come into the center and then roll down. And take your space there. Take a breath in and out. Melt. And then we'll plant our feet for our low bridge. So come on up into that low bridge position. I like to make sure my back isn't overly bending. So I'm working more the backside muscles and the hamstrings. Even feel like the heels are drawing towards you. So it's like you're almost trying to bend your knees more there. And then we'll do our heel pulses. So right, left, 1, 2, you can use your breath. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then let's see if we can keep the hips fairly level, and you can put your left elbow on the floor for support. Maybe walk your feet a little closer in and then bring your right knee up. So try to keep your hips fairly level, and then place your right hand on your right knee and hold and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, pressing knee and hand in together. 1, lower down slowly. I'm going to see if I can keep the hips level. To switch sides, you could walk your right foot in a little bit. And place your right elbow on the floor, left hand to left knee. Press there for 5. Hips fairly level. So I notice my left hip wants to dip. I'm gonna lift it up a little. Using the right backside muscles. 3, 2, 1. And then as I let go, I'm gonna keep my attention onto keeping the pelvis level as much as I can. And now, invitation is to lift up the hips even higher and let the low back bend a bit more so you're into your more classic bridge. You can also press your head into the ground, let your chin lift a little bit. Breathe there for 5. You can do whatever you like with your arms, maybe moving the fleshy part of your outer shoulder underneath you, catching your hips or interlocking your hands. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and you can release your hands and let that segmental movement come back through your spine. So really drawing the low abdomen in to let the low back touch before the pelvis, and when the pelvis touches, let the low back have its natural curve. Draw your knees in, hug them in, and come on forwards onto your hands and your knees so you're in a plank. So rest it anytime you need to with these. See if you can find your long line of plank so you're neither overly rounded or hips dropping. So with your powers of awareness, find that long line, heels back, head forwards, and then we're gonna pulse forwards and back. So this might also be a stretch for the wrists. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, nice and long. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause in a plank, and then without your hips shifting too far left and the right, see if you can take your right forearm down to the ground and then your left forearm down to the ground, and then your right hand back to a plank, and then your left hand back to a plank. And we'll do that 5 times. So this time, left hand down, try not to shift your hips too far, left and right. Right hand down, forearm plank, left arm up. I kind of have to slide them to keep my hips from doing a little rainbow side to side. So you could also do that if you need to too. So right forearm down, left forearm down, right hand, left hand. 3, left forearm down, right forearm down, left hand, right hand. Last one, right forearm down, left forearm down, right hand, oof, right hand. Pause there. Again, pulse forwards and back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, legs firm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then let your knees drop to the floor, and you can lower slowly. Try to keep your shoulder heads lifted. You could also do this with your knees off the floor till you come down. Take your hands into a cobra and lengthen out into your version of a back bend. So take a breath in there, breath out. You can even imagine you're dragging the floor towards you to see if you can get that upper T-spine to shine forwards a little as you press your pelvis into the ground. Beautiful length. And then we'll come down and take our hands by our low ribs, tuck the toes, and you can come to your knees or come right up into your plank. And now we'll take our right knee into our right armpit, drop it down towards the right wrist, across to the left wrist, back to the right wrist, back up into the armpit, back into the plank. So left armpit, down to the left wrist, left wrist, up to a plank. So we'll do 5 more. Right, across, up, 1. Left, down, across, up, 2. Right, down, across, up, 3. Left, down, across, up, 4, right, down, across, up, 5. Now if you can, down into your forearm plank, right, then left. Find that long line and then shift forwards and back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Slowly let yourself drop into your Cobra, and you can pull the ground towards you. You can press the pelvis down. I see an eagle flying out my window. It's amazing. You can also orient around your room, like if you are feeling overwhelmed with sensations in the body, look around. Like, oh, where am I? What are the beautiful colors I see? Maybe look up. Breath in and out. One more breath. And we're gonna do that one last time, and that'll be the end of our practice. So we'll take our hands by the shoulders, tuck toes. You can come up onto your knees or come right up into your plank. This time we'll start with the left leg. So it's left knee into the left armpit, down to the left wrist, cross to the right, left, up, and plank. Okay, 5 times. Right knee, right wrist, left across, right, up, 1. Left, across, down, up, 2. Right, down, across, down, up, 3. Try not to sag your hips too much. Left, across, up, 4. Right, down, across, right wrist, up, 5. And then 1, 2, shift, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Left forearm down. Try not to shift your hips too far. Side to side, right forearm down. And try not to sag your hips or overly round. Get super long. 10, 9, shifting forwards and back. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Pelvis down. Arching through your spine. Taking a breath. You can walk your elbows as far forwards as you want. Pressing your pelvis down. Maybe you're dragging the floor towards you, getting all that wonderful stretch through your hip flexor area, through your low spine and psoas. And then I'm going to invite you to come on down, hands by the low ribs. You can come up to your knees, or if you like a plank, back into downward facing dog. Take a breath there. Project out from your center. And come down onto your knees. And as you come up, you can sit on your knees or maybe sit in a cross-legged seat and take a twist. Your own twist. And this might be the start of your practice or the end of your practice, or just something that you fit into your day. I really hope it was useful for you. It was definitely challenging for me. Thank you so much for being here. May you have peace.